Guys, words cannot express how severely aggravating this is. We all know during the whole when the pandemic first started, it was either you follow this narrative that we're pushing, or you follow what the social media is pushing now for everybody to listen to. And if you don't do that, if you don't do what we tell you to do, we gonna call you pretty much every name in the book, and we're just gonna make sure we have a lot of people boycott you, so that you would never think about talking against the narrative that Hollywood or the left wing media is trying to push ever again. And you will have some people out there who do work in Hollywood that is not afraid to speak their minds, because they are not some controlled robots or some sheep out here. And then you have you had the media, a lot of these media outlets actually do their quote unquote job and be like, yeah, this person is a whack job for not doing this, or for not following the science as as they say, in which it wasn't really following the science. It was more about federal state power that they was pushing. And a lot of people did not actually like that. They ain't like being told what to do from a executive standpoint. And the executive standpoint pretty much shut down small businesses and shut down schools. And the only people who actually strived through that whole pandemic was the freaking big pharmaceutical companies that apparently a lot of progressive left wing people love, even though they say down with big businesses. The pharmaceutical company is just another big businesses, but because it was a pandemic happening, they was all for kissing the ass of that certain people. So, with that being said, we gonna go to a little article that I've seen, where if you are in Hollywood and you refuse to do what they say, they will make sure that you are called the worst names in the book, or they will pretty much compare you to a Nazi. So guys, let me guys show you this article. I'm gonna show you two articles. From one is about in the comics, and two from the Hollywood Reporter, that actually shows like what they're actually calling Letitia Wright, the star of Black Panther, Shuri, the new Black Panther after Chadwick Boseman. So, Black Panther Wakanda Forever star Letitia Wright slams the Hollywood Reporter for equating her vaccine skepticism to some of Hollywood's most notorious child sex abuse scandals. So, what they did here is that because of a stance with not one of a not trying one to force people to get the jab, or not want to get the jab herself, this Hollywood Reporter came out and said like, and somebody there, like one of the executives at that freaking Hollywood Reporter firm, actually gave the okay to publish this and act like it wasn't going to receive some backlash. So here's what Letitia Wright said. I had to unblock Hollywood Reporter just to post this. Scott Feinberg and all at this publication. You are incredibly disrespectful. How dare you? You mentioned my name alongside men who have been accused of abuse and sexual misconduct. This is foul behavior. At this point, a personal vendetta towards me. I've done nothing wrong, but respectfully refuse to do interviews with this publication. Stop your nonsense. I apologized 2 years ago. Remain silent on the topic. You lied and said I continue to talk about it with my cast and crew on a set. This was not true. Ask my producer and director. The film is successful. Your agenda towards me is now even more clear. I won't remain silent. Stop your disgusting behavior. Okay, first of all, Letitia Wright should not have apologized at all, because it's her personal opinion. It's her personal stance. But here's what this guy Scott Feinberg said about Letitia Wright, and this right there is Scott Feinberg. Ain't anybody surprised that he's liberal? But let's go ahead and read this article. Three acting contenders: Will Smith, Brad Pitt, and Letitia Wright, bring varying degrees of personal controversy to the campaign trial. Okay, so let's go ahead and skip Will Smith and Brad Pitt, and let's go ahead and go straight into Letitia Wright's side. Then there's Letitia Wright. Okay, first of all, they pointed out Brad Pitt being accused by ex-wife Angelina Jolie about physically assaulting her and two their children. But apparently that's the equivalent of what Letitia White said when she had a personal opinion. So let's see what he said. Then there's Letitia White, the lead actress in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which Disney released November 11th. While hers is far from the magnitude of baggage held by Smith and Pitt, she did endure a fair share of bad publicity when she retweeted a anti-vax conspiracy video in December 2020 and then reportedly promoted anti-vax, and that's all in quotations, views on the set of the film. She denies that letter. Backlash became so strong that some fans on social media called for the role to be recast. So because of her own personal stance on getting the experimental jab, in which the Pfizer and I even have a video about this that I made about a month ago or 2 months ago, where the Pfizer exec literally came out and said on a live TV that the vaccine was not made to actually stop transmission. The female that was on the screen from the Pfizer exec said that, but please keep on going with this anti-vax notion. Long before this trio's travails, other Oscars hopefuls brought personal baggage with them on the awards campaign trial too. Okay, now this is where it gets despicable for this writer, and I don't see how this writer is still employed. Filmmakers Roman Polanski and Rudy Allen were accused of sexual inappropriacy. Polanski pleaded guilty to the statutory rape of a 13-year-old and then fled the country while awaiting sentencing in 1978. Allen was accused of child molestation by his adopted daughter in 1992, but was never prosecuted, and both subsequently won Oscars. The former Best Director of The Pianist in 2003, and the latter Best Original Screenplay for Midnight in Paris in 2012. More recently, Mel Gibson, who went on an anti-Semitic rant during a 2006 DUI arrest and was accused by his partner of domestic abuse in 2010, ultimately pleading no contest to a misdemeanor battery charge, was nominated for directing Hacksaw Ridge in 2017. So what they did, because of Letitia White's stance on the whole experimental jab, and how people was basically calling for her to be recast. They wanted her fired. They wanted her role recast by somebody else, and mainly it was by woke liberals. And she's still here, and now people are still pissed that they are still taking shots at her for basically not wanting to get the jab at first. And her biggest mistake of all was apologizing. You had nothing to apologize for. Like, why are you apologizing to actual authoritarian people who could care less about a person's well-being with who got that experimental jab? Guys, this is what Hollywood is. Especially if you are a especially if you are not left wing, like a whole bunch of Hollywood individuals in like I said, Hollywood, California. They will do everything in their power do everything in their capability to make sure that anything that you do right now, they will make sure that they will bring up some sort of past in order to make sure that to tarnish your reputation, or to make you seem like you are this very evil, very vindictive, very manipulative person. Even though Letitia White's stance wasn't exactly bad, it wasn't bad at all. It was just her own personal opinion. But having your own personal opinion is apparently is one of the biggest sin of it all. You either go with our narrative that we are pushing in this left wing circle, or we will compare you to a rapist. That's basically what this is. Letitia White has nothing to apologize for. I don't know why she apologized in the first place. Hollywood is filled with idiots. Hollywood is filled. It's a freaking cult. It's a freaking cult, guys. There's no other way about it. It's a cult. But guys, let me know what y'all think about the comments below. If you guys like what I'm saying, like and subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell. I will see y'all next one. Peace. Also, make sure you join me on my Discord. The links are in the description below. You guys want to have a conversation, want to talk. You guys want to promote your own videos. You want to talk about gaming, movies, and TV shows. or politics, just hit that link in the description box below, and let's have a chat. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch. I'll be on my Twitch sometimes, just playing games, to be chilling. Some new games coming out this year that I want to play, especially when it comes to Resident Evil games, and just make sure you subscribe. You subscribe there, you follow me there, and let's have some fun. Also, make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because the YouTube algorithm is hurting everybody at this point, and they do not like seeing small guys like myself grow. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because your man try to get paid here, people. It don't take nothing but a second.